Welcome back to our Dream in the Woods. Today we are going to share our new plan. We've been waiting to share it for too long. We should have shared it months ago, but we've been in preparation for this new plan for close to 5 months, I would say, that we've kind of known we've shifted direction. So now we're going to share that with you. And Beth is out here because she's a major player in this plan.
Yep. We're ready for it.
We're ready. So this was the house site. We had dug a big hole here and kind of harvested some material for the barn foundation and had plans to put a crawl space in here. And obviously that's changed. The orientation of the house was going to be facing south here, kind of where the slab pile is. Garage off to the right, screened in porch off to the left. So obviously this is not a hole anymore. We've been stashing dirt in here and compacting it. We had a little fire there, so we have a little more space, but essentially this hole has been filled up. And that's because we are abandoning the house. The house is no longer part of our plan. I'll show you the turning point. So the turning point for us happened last fall when we started putting the water system in and the cost that this incurred. Well, 480 feet. We let it run for quite a while. We were about 5.5 gallons a minute. So Beth's here. We made the call. They're putting 2 more sticks over there. So
yeah, it's Beth. It's on Beth.
Yeah, Beth said she's the one that made the call. Spend the money, go down deeper.
The bus.
Yeah. So anyway, 2 more sticks. See if we get some more. Originally we thought we were going to do a shared water system and then that was going to be cheaper and we're going to be able to afford it, but then that didn't end up happening. So we put this well in, we got good water, we put a pump in, but the total cost of this well with the pump was $45,000, and that was a turning point of can we afford everything, and the answer was no. So we got good water, we're happy we have a well, we don't regret it or anything like that, but it definitely ate up a bunch of cash.
When we first had the plan of building a house, a lot of people were asking us why we weren't going to build a shop house. And at the time, I didn't want to and had a reason for it. A few people have asked us why we aren't building a shop house or a shouse. And I think the main reason is because we want to spend the money on our home. And I guess I know how Greg is, and and he is very, I guess, particular and does a really good job and would want to do like a really great shop house, and so I would rather have all of those resources and energy put into our house and our home. And also we want this place to be a space that someday our grandkids can come to, and we will have plenty of space for them. And my worry would be that in a shop house, we just would not have the space that we want for the future. And that's just what works for us.
Definitely.
So when I was thinking about this back then, I thought that it would be a shop house and that we would just have a small apartment in it. And then the rest of the structure would be a shop. And that's what I didn't want. I didn't feel like that would have enough space. But now what we're going to do is we're going to be turning our barn into our house. And so, like, we've both loved barns forever. We were married in a barn, And so actually this is really exciting to us, and we know that it's going to be a little bit different, and it's not maybe for everybody, but it's what we decided is going to work for us.
Quirky and cool.
Quirky and cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so the barn footprint hasn't changed. It's still 42 by 60. It's still post and beam. It's still the Barn Geek plan that we had originally designed. So this is south facing here. So this is the front of the barn. Where we were going to have the entrance to the shop is now going to be a big window. This is going to be covered porch out here, and we'll have some more timber frame pieces out here that will support that covered porch area. The front entrance is going to be over here to the left.
Sorry about the
Construction zone.
backhoe and the construction zone.
I couldn't find the keys, so so front entrance here, and then that'll come into an open living space, dining room in this section. Kitchen will start right about here, and it'll actually protrude into the back piece here, about like that. And so this whole section is one of those lean-to pieces, so it'll be open to the top. The beams are 9 foot that come across, but then it'll be vaulted past that. So this will all be open and timbery, tongue groove ceiling. We have big windows. This is where the sink is going to go,
So
and so we'll have a view
of yeah,
the mossy rock.
not the sawmill shed.
Well, the sawmill shed will be as part of the view.
Well, not as much if you're like right here.
If you look
If
to
you
the
look-
right, you see the rock. If you look to the left, you see the sawmill shed.
But then we remember that that sawmill shed built this house,
Yeah, yep.
right?
And I guess to be honest about the sawmill shed is, in the end, a couple of years from now, that probably is not going to be a sawmill shed. With our house being right here, and as much debris that sawing takes, and noise, and moving logs and such, there's a very high chance that that sawmill will change locations on the property. So
And the shed will maybe be like your wood shop.
it might be a wood shop, it might be parking, it might be, but it's a cool structure. It's staying, but I don't think the sawmill itself is going to stay. So
Yeah.
continuing on, this center spot here will have a second floor to it. So the main living room area will have 12-foot ceilings here. We'll have a fireplace off to the left and the big picture window here. Right now, the picture window is 10 feet wide and 7.5 feet tall so far. Everything's up to change. So then a staircase that has to go up basically 13 feet will kind of be in this section here. There'll be a hallway here to an exterior door, bathroom on this side, and then a bedroom with a walk-in closet right here. So coming around here, this is all going to be slab, and I have to show you, my nice brother Sam came out. We had spent days on trying to make these square and above and all that kind of stuff. Well, we came in here with a saw and sawed all these off, because when we put the slab on, we want to cover all these piers that are here. And so we undid everything we did before, exposed the rebar, so we'll tie that rebar in as we do things. So this part here will be basically a 2-car garage, oversized 2-car garage. This will have a 12-foot door, 12 by 10. And then this one will have a 9 by 8 garage door. So a little hard to imagine, but will be a mud room that will come in to right about here. There'll be a pantry that'll be access from the kitchen, kind of in this spot. So mud room, door to the garage here, and then as you come into here will be a laundry room. We're gonna have a spot for a freezer and a fridge, a toilet, and then a utility sink. So that's this space in here. Go back into the garage. There'll be another door here to basically a storage and the mechanical room. And so this is where the water will come in, electrical panel right here, and then the furnace, hot water heater will be in here. So the upper story, once you get up there, so if you imagine now we're on the second floor. So we've come up our stairs here, which will have basically, it'll go in a circle, so about 360. So you'll be up here in a landing. Off to the left will be what we're calling a bonus room, but we're going to plan ahead and put a bathroom in it. So bathroom, just a small bathroom on this side here-ish, and then windows facing south. So on this side of the upper story, right here, you'll enter over here offset, and we'll have two walk-in closets on the left-hand side, and then our bathroom will sit right here, and toilet there, tub, freestanding tub here, and then walk-in shower here, double vanities right here. Kind of hard to like picture all that, but that's what our plans are. In the main bedroom here, we've thought about this quite a bit and how things are laid out. We're actually going to make a cabinet that goes in the center of the room on the back side here, and so it'll sit right about here, and then our bed will come up against that cabinet, and then it'll face north, and then we'll have a sliding glass door here, and then that'll walk out onto a 6-foot wide deck that is 18 feet wide. So we'll be about 13 feet up in the air from here, and we'll have the deck, sliding glass doors, and hopefully view of the mountains. So
And not the house.
And not the house, yeah. So the other thing we have to do is to support that deck coming up here. We're actually going to put 4 more piers in here and put an additional bent, the whole structure, and then so that roof structure will come out 6 feet to where the bent starts, and then 2 additional feet. So there'll actually be 8 feet of covered space out here. But the garage won't start till here. And so you'll be able to have some dry area on this side where you're coming into the garages. And then I have some plans over here to semi-cover that. There'll be a man door to the garage right here that'll come in like that. So anyway, that's the plans, and hopefully we're showing it enough of what we have drawn up so far, that the architect has drawn up for us. So here's a view of what it's going to look like at the elevation from the bonus room looking to the south. And this is a view from our primary bedroom looking north, kind of how our bed is going to be oriented, looking towards the mountains, and then what our view is from the left and to the right of that. So
when we first realized that we couldn't build our house, it was hard. It was hard to know that this house that we had put time and effort in and in thought wasn't going to happen. And it took us some time to, I think, finally feel better about it. And now we're excited about living in our barn house. And before I married Greg, I'd always lived in my adult life, I'd lived in cabins. So this is not going to be that much different. I mean, except it's going to be new. And my houses were from the 50s. So
and small.
And small. And so it's actually really exciting. And we're excited that it's going to be quirky and that we're building it and we get to make it our own. How are you feeling?
I am excited. It's just a dream to be able to build something and build your own home. It is really a dream for me to do this. I am a little overwhelmed when I think about the whole project. Like for instance, someone asked me about sprinkler system. I was like, man, I cannot think about a sprinkler system. That's just way too far out there for me, and I get overwhelmed if I start thinking about that. But we were already doing the barn. I already had my head wrapped around that. I knew that I could do that. And so if I break it down piece by piece, I do better. We're not getting a general contractor. We're going to do this ourselves. Eric is a huge help. My dad. I have other resources out there that are helpful, but it's us that's going to do this. So piece by piece, I think we'll be able to do it. Staying on timeline, I'm not sure about that. The timeline right now is get concrete poured, the back slab poured by the end of May, first part of June, and then right from that we'll start building the bents and assembling those. As soon as we get the center part of the bents built, then we'll start erecting that. As soon as the center is erect, then we'll start putting on the side posts and beams and rafters so that the whole structure's together. Then SIP panels for the top, side girts, sheeting, windows, dry in, and that, my goal is to have that done by the end of fall. So end of October would be the goal. I haven't thought much past that, but that would be the goal, is to be dried in by the end of October. I don't know if it's possible, but we've been doing lots of preparations for that, as far as getting quotes and information, window packages, door packages, garage doors. We've all been working on that up to recently, so we'll see. I am welcome for any kind of advice, criticism. You know, a lot of time these videos come out and we've already completed what's on the video, but I think I'm going to try to ask some questions for people to answer that are future questions that I'm thinking about, and have people comment, and just been helpful,
Yeah.
everyone that's been commenting. So we don't know quite what to call this. It's not a barnuminium, it's not a shop house, whatever you...
Shouse.
Shouse. We're calling it a barn house.
Because basically it is a barn
Yep.
that we are turning into a house.
Yeah, so that makes sense.
Yeah.
Barn house.
Barn house. We're open to suggestions if you have
Yeah,
thoughts on what we should be calling this.
yeah. Actually, the architect called it a lodge,
Yeah.
so I think that's kind of cool too. I appreciate everyone watching. I hope you have a great evening or day or wherever we find you, and we'll catch you with the next video.
Thanks for watching.
When we wake, hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done. Oh, the good times just begun. Oh, we know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life. Call us crazy, but things are finally right. With you and I, the future is bright.